Hey guys, this is my first official book haul video of 2016. I'm quite excited to do it. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so technically this would be a reread because I have read it before, but it was a couple of years ago, and I couldn't find the second book anywhere, but it's the first book in the Darkest Minds trilogy by Alexandra Bracken. It's all about sort of telekinetic powers and sort of teens that have these really cool powers and set in a dystopian future, and I really like that kind of stuff. I think it's just a really cool concept of looking at how our future could evolve, but hasn't yet. So yeah, if you like that kind of dystopian dark future, you should check out Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. Pretty cool cover. I like that. Again, by the same author is book two, Never Fade. Um, I will be getting around to this eventually. I have quite a few books to read. Um, yeah, I've been kind of collecting books, and it doesn't really help when you get paid and your pay is kind of better than you expected. Um, so yeah, I will be getting around to this pretty soon. I'll probably save it for the summer just because I like having quite a few things to read over the summer. But yeah, that's Never Fade by Alexander Bracken, book two. Again, I love these covers. They're just so well designed. Like amazing. Love them. Okay, so this next one, I know there's a lot of talk about how brilliant these books are. That always makes me sort of, a little nervous because I don't know if it's just overhyped. But I was seeing a lot of you guys talk about them and telling me how amazing they are. But I decided that, you know what, the hell with it. I went ahead and got myself a copy of Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Um, Apparently, it's all about assassins, and I think it's more of a YA fantasy than adult fantasy. And I think if you liked, have I got a copy of something there? Yeah, I think it was the Fallen Kingdom series. I think if you like the Fallen Kingdoms, you should definitely give this a try. Um, I will probably save this for a while because I, I don't know. I don't want to rush into it, hoping for great things to happen in this book. Um, I hope it's a good read. I'm just I don't know. I don't know if it's just been overhyped. But yeah, I will definitely get around to it at some point. So if you guys want to leave some comments about this book, let me know what your thoughts about it were. Um, yeah, just let me know. I have to say, I do love the cover. I think it's really attractive, and the whole blue ethereal colors in the background behind. I imagine that Selena. She's either just really pissed off about something. Um, but yeah, I will definitely get around to this. But if you let me know what you guys thought about it, it'd be really cool to hear some of your opinions on it. So yeah, that's Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Okay, so this next one, I think people that have read the Hunger Games or the Divergent series by Veronica Roth, you're gonna like this one, which is Legend by Mary Lou. Is it Mary Lou? Yeah, we'll just go with Mary Lou. I think that's the closest we're going to get. Um, I don't really know much about this book in particular, um, but what I understand, it's a part of a trilogy. Um, yeah, that's all I can really tell you about this book. It's a part of a trilogy, and it's set in that sort of dystopian era. Yeah, so that's Legend by Mary Lou. This next book, if you have seen my previous video, and I apologize about the hair in the first one, um, you will know that I'm a great fan of Rob Bulford. I thought his first book, Tracer, was phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. It was about this sort of space station that was inhabited by humans or survived some sort of nuclear apocalypse 100 years in the future, and he used these guys called messengers to carry messages about a station, but they use all these kind of parkour and martial art sort of techniques, but the rule is that when you are delivered a package, you're not to look into it. So you kind of just need to, accept whatever message is given to you, and then you need to take it to that person, whoever it is. Um, I don't. It's sort of like some sort of code or something that they live by. But it was just so much fun to read. And you can imagine how much surprise and happiness I felt when I came across Book 2, Zero G by Rob Balford. Um, I will definitely be getting around to this as quickly as possible. Um, so yeah, I imagine the events are from the first book are continued into this one. And we're going to learn more about this sort of religious sect that are sort of determined to bring humanity to an end. And we're going to learn about what happened to Riley's dad, I think, back on Earth. Um, and I don't know, I really don't know what's going to happen, but I'm really, really psyched for this one. Uh, Seriously, if you guys get a chance or you're looking for, to go into the sci fi sort of genre, you should definitely give Tracer a try. It was such a fun read. So this is book two, Zero G by Rob Walford. I think I'll put that back over here so it doesn't, get damaged. Ah! Okay, this next one. Again, if you've seen my first video, I quite like delving into a bit of crime every now and then, and I've heard some really, really good, promising things about this book. Um, it's sort of, if you kind of like In a Dark Wood by Ruth Ware, um, then I think you're going to love this one, and that is The Widow by Fiona Barton. I think she was a journalist for quite a few years, but this one's been getting a lot of attention. Um, and what even made it better was that it's a Signs first edition. Um, yeah, yeah. So there's our signature there. I don't know if you can see that. It's just there. Um, but yeah, I just love that. I love that design by whoever designed it. But it's just such a cool, dark and you know haunting cover. Who was it published by? I'll just try and find out for you. Batami Press, I think, was the publisher. Sorry, it was actually Penguin Random House. I think don't quote me on that. But yeah, if you like your sort of crime novels, or if you're wanting to give something just a little bit different a try, then I would recommend The Widow by Fiona Barton. I just love that cover. It's just really cool. Okay, again, it's another crime novel. It's from the creator of Hollyoaks and Brookside, and it's Phil Redmond's High Bridge. I don't know, and I don't really know anything about this book myself. It was a really compulsive buy. I just, I saw it, and it just sounded really, really fascinating. Um, so yeah, that's High Bridge by Phil Redmond. I think it's his first book. So with these sort of book calls, I hope to be doing more for debut authors. Um, yeah, just to get their books into the highlight of you know inspiration, I guess. But yeah, Phil Redmond's High Bridge. Okay, this next one, back to the realms of fantasy. I think anyone that likes their Robin Hobb, or their Trudy Cannamans books, that sort of adventure fantasy style of writing, I think you're going to really like this one. And that is Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. I think that's how you pronounce her name. To Susan, if I've mispronounced your name, I do apologise. I really am bad at pronouncing names. Um, but yeah, it's got a whole load of magic and swordplay and bad guys hunting good guys, battles. Um, but yeah, it just looks really really attractive cover and it just sounds awesome. So yeah, that's Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. Again, I've gone back to a crime novel here, or it's more psychological thriller, and I think it's a debut author, so that's one of my goals, um, is to read as many debut novels as possible and help promote them, and it's sort of being compared to Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. Um, Not since The Girl on the Train have I been so captivated, said Tess Gerritsen. And that is Try Not to Breathe by Holly Seddon. And I don't know, it was definitely this cover that drew me to it. And I, I'm a sucker for a really good, attractive cover for a book. Yeah, I'll read you the back blurb of it, see what you guys think of it. I know the dream has a bad ending, and I don't think I've seen the worst of it yet. I'm scared to go to sleep. I'm scared to see his face. I think I know who it is, but I don't want it to be him. I don't want him to have done that to me, not like that, even when it's just in my head. I hope it's just in my head. So yeah, that sounds quite intense. I'm sorry for a really really bad read. I think if you guys read the book of you by Claire Kendall, I think this is going to be your sort of shocking read. Or T.R. Richmond's what was it called again? What She Left. But yeah, that is Try Not to Breathe by Holly Seddon. This next one, again, is back to the realms of fantasy, and what I particularly liked about this author was he's from I think he's from Glasgow or surrounding areas, um, and that is Hero Born by Andy Livingston. If you read Adam Dawson's Empire of the Saviors, um, Andy, if you're looking at this video, just a shout out to you. I got the opportunity to meet you briefly. I think it was in Nottingham several years ago. Um, and you very kindly signed my book. So thank you for that. But yeah, I think this is your, sort of coming of age tale, and sort of finding your way in a world where things aren't quite what you expect, and you sort of, you know, you, mature in really difficult situations. And I just think that cover is just a beautiful, beautiful cover. So that is Hero Born by Andy Livingston. And the last and final book of this book haul, um, a lot of you again have been raving about this book, and you've been it's either been on your book channels or on your bookshelves when I've been looking at your videos. I don't know much personally about this book. I know the second one's just come out. But that's Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rash. I really don't know how to pronounce that, but I think we'll just go with Sarah Rash. But I think that's a really really cool cover, and I think I heard I watched a video where someone was saying it's about how winter has been sort of dominated by who is it? They're dominated by uh, I don't know. I guess that's something we'll be able to figure out and sort of the days to come when I finally get around to this. But I think they've been conquered by either summer or autumn or something like that. Um, but yeah, that is Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rash or Rash. Okay. Anyway, so that is my first book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Just let me know what comments you have about my video. If there's any way I can make these better, or if you've seen any of these books and you're not too sure about them, let me know what you think. And I hope to see you next week at some point. And good reading for 2016. Thank you.